Drivers, start your engines!
Talladega, and we are back in our 2003 season for race number 29 and our final super speedway race of the season. This is our second race here at Talladega, first one coming a long time ago, early on in the season, where we did fairly decently for a little while until we got taken out in the big one late, and I think ended up finishing outside the top 15, like 17th or something. But as usual, we got 3 viewer drivers with us today. Starting up in 10th, making another start with us after a long break. Haven't seen him in the series in a while. The number 71 of Nick Keel with a really, really good starting spot. See if he can capitalize with that. And just a handful of rows behind him, we got the number 96 of Nicholas Biggs starting in 17th with us. He's racing with us again, also after a very long break. Haven't seen him for a long time either. And then just behind him in the 03, making his first start with us, the number 03 of Vatzel Gower. And hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Apologies if not, but it's his first start with us in the series. So good luck to him, and good luck to the other 2 as well. And hopefully we can all have a good, clean race. But with our normal qualifying fashion, we are starting back here in 32nd. So we've got a lot of work to do. But this is a long race, 94 laps here at Talladega. Plenty of time to move up. Plenty of time to hopefully find our way up towards the front. Got a little bit of a different setup in the car. If you'll remember the first 3 super speedway races, we've been competitive. We've been able to move up through the field, but once we get out in clean air, we kind of just hit a brick wall. So I've tried to hopefully give us a little more top speed and maybe be a bit more competitive to actually lead the pack. But we will see how it turns out. But we are getting ready to go green here at Talladega for 94 laps. Final super speedway race of the season. Hopefully it's a good one.
Green flag, green flag, green, green, green.
And we are off. Nice and easy through the gears here, long race. Just going to try and survive it. Got to find ourselves at the end if we want to have a chance. Biggest thing here is obviously take care of the car, see if you can dodge the wrecks.
Still there.
And definitely don't want to lose the draft. It can be very easy to lose the draft if you get stuck on the end of the pack with nobody behind you to help. So we want to try and stay in traffic as much as we can. I'd like to work my way to the front as quickly as possible, but we're not going to be able to do that without much help, so we'll just need to be patient and be careful getting through here. I'd like to get to the bottom lane as soon as possible. We got Nemechek just our inside here. Nowhere for me to go yet.
Clear, car inside.
But long time since we've been here at Talladega. If you remember the first race of the season here, we had some overheating issues early on in that race. I went really aggressive with the tape and the gearing to try and make as fast as possible of a setup. Making sure I didn't get turned there by mirrors right behind me. But I went really aggressive with it, and that caused some overheating early on in the draft, and even running by myself, it was starting to get overheated. But that was in a cooler track temp, so the speeds were a little bit higher, the track had more grip. This is a little bit hotter out here. But I've also backed off the tape a bit to make sure that is not going to be another issue that pops up. But I have loosened this one up a little bit to try and get some better turn through the corner and not scrub off so much speed. We'll see if that helps us. It is a little bit squirrely in the draft, so got to keep that in mind. But I think we'll be fine. We've been pretty competitive on the super speedways all year. Really good finish at both the Daytona tracks. Talladega, I tend to struggle, but we were going to wind out with a good finish
You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
had we not gotten taken out in the big one late.
Car outside.
But that's part of super speedway racing. It's a coin flip whether you survive or not. But I think if we can take care of the car, we've got a good shot
You're on the bottom.
at finishing
3
somewhere
wide.
decently.
Car outside.
Bottom line's really prevailing right now. You saw through the corner there. Long line through,
Still there.
or
You're on
long line on the bottom, and then the outside's falling off a little bit. I believe we are 3 wide right now, maybe.
Still there.
Ooh, big loose moment there. I caught the apron a little bit, which shoved the nose, and then the car tried to over-rotate on me.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
Right now I'm not feeling too fast. We're kind of struggling to keep up in traffic. Newman and Kenseth right in front of us. Newman trying to shove his way down into line in front of me. That's all right. Had we been able to keep up with the people in front of us, he wouldn't have had a chance to do that. But right now we're kind of struggling on the bottom.
Keep low.
Plenty of time though. We just need to log some laps here. They're like taking off and leaving me down the straightaways. Oh, big check up there.
Car outside.
Hitting the apron over and over again is definitely not helping us either.
Still there.
Oh, Nick Keel up on the outside there. He's dropped some spots early
Outside.
in that green number 71. We'll see if he can get back to the bottom. It looks like he's just stuck on the outside right now, not having any help.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside.
Or he might just be playing the strategy of go to the back and try and not get in the big one.
Your line.
But I'd rather go to the front here,
Outside.
if we can.
Still there. Clear. Car outside.
I'd much rather have control of the race up there, or at least somewhat control the race.
On the bottom. 3 wide.
Right now I'm in kind of the danger zone, but I don't really have any options yet. I'm still trying to move forward.
Outside.
It may take a while.
Stay low. Stay low.
Jeff Green stuck in the middle there.
Still there.
I kind of had to check up. That lost me some momentum.
Still there.
Jeff Gordon pulls a big gap on me.
Still there.
Yeah, we just don't really seem to have that top end speed right now. I'm not feeling too good about the setup.
Clear.
Every time I have to check up a little bit, I lose a lot. There's the 03 of Mr. Gower. He's kind of cycling back as well, being stuck up top.
Car outside. Keep low.
As long as we stay on the bottom, we should be able to move forward a little bit. It just won't be super quick.
Stay low.
That's all right. As long as we keep moving forward, it doesn't need to happen immediately. We've got a lot of laps here to work with. Fuel-wise, I think this is going to have to be a 2-stopper. I think we can only go about 30 laps on fuel. We may even need a 3-stopper, but we'll have to see how the cautions play out. This could go all green, or we could get a bunch of yellows. I think the first Talladega race went all green for a lot of it, and then at the end we started getting a bunch of cautions, I think.
You're now in the top.
And I think the Daytona 500, ooh, big checkup. That was close. If we run into the back of them into the corner without lifting enough, that can definitely send our rear end around, and we might be 4 wide. What was I saying? I think the Daytona 500 went caution-free, if I remember correctly.
Keep low.
So the plate racing can be clean, but we can also definitely have some cautions. So don't really know what we're going to get here. People are being pretty aggressive right now, though, it seems like. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we've seen a wreck. Or two.
Keep it up, keep it up, keep digging. Stay low.
We're moving up pretty well, though, now. Into the top 20.
Still there, outside.
It's just hard to get that outside lane to work too well at this place.
3 wide, outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Hold your line.
Still 3 wide, Kurt Busch. Right to our outside, Jeff Gordon's up towards the front now. I see him way up there, along with Tony Stewart.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
And I believe that is Nicholas Biggs up there as well, mixed in
Still there,
the top 5.
still there.
Let's try and get the momentum built back up. Take a run towards this front group.
Keep low.
Spencer gets down in front of us. I gotta lift a little bit. I don't want to lift too much though and just have all our momentum cancel out again.
Still there.
That time we crossed the line in 14th. Now Spencer's gonna look bottom 3 wide, but he didn't quite have the run, so he had to lift out of that.
Still there.
Don't know what's going on behind us, but I think the entire pack is still together.
Stay low.
Haven't seen anybody on pit road, I don't think.
Keep low.
Try and side draft a little bit up there. Doesn't help much,
Keep low.
but maybe a little. Jeff Gordon up front now, it looks like. Along with Jeff Burton. A couple of people that were right around us just a couple laps ago. Jeff Gordon, I think, was up on the outside. Well, I think he dove down in front of us, didn't he? Yeah, when we were leaving the big gaps. Not much we could do about that, but we are starting to move forward now, thankfully. There's Nicholas Biggs in that number 96 car.
Stay low.
He's running pretty good. He's up top right now, but
Keep low.
should be able to get down, I imagine, and stay up here. We've done well. We've able to
3 wide.
move up to the top 10 now,
Clear outside. Car
and I'm happy with that. Now I feel fairly safe. I feel like we can ride around here the rest of the race pretty much. Obviously, pit stops and cautions will shake things around, but hopefully we can keep track position the whole time. That is the key to a good finish
Clear outside.
at this place.
Car
Robbie
outside.
Gordon trying to sneak down. We do have a lap car coming up that has fallen out of the draft. That can be dangerous if the field catches him in the corner or in a weird spot.
You're in 4. Good job.
Everyone's
Still there.
liable to just slam on the brakes, check up for him.
Clear.
So we need to be careful and be ready for that, but we're going to be ahead of most of the field now, it looks like, so we should be okay. I really don't want to give Kenseth the bottom, but I wanted to keep the draft. Had kind of mirror drive there a little bit. Terry Labonte going for the lead on Jeff Gordon.
Leader.
See if we can get our nose under him. We can. He probably could have been aggressive and slid in there in front of us and not fallen back, but this early in the race, no need to wreck yourself or anything.
Clear.
That is Mike Wallace, I believe,
You're in 2nd. Good
getting
job.
ready to go a lap down. He's only in 40 seconds, so we must have had somebody else drop out already that I just missed. Go down and block Rusty's run a little bit. I really don't want to go backwards here. Terry goes to the outside. We got to lift because he had to jump out of it. Everybody's going to have to get around Mike Wallace, but me and Terry are going to get around him pretty easily here, so that's good. Field isn't going to get slowed down too much, it looks like. They got past him pretty easily, but it's going to check him up for a second. I'm going to just stay in line here with Terry. As I said at the beginning, though, this is race number 29 of the season. We got 36 total. So we're definitely winding this thing down. Rusty's getting a huge run. And this is our final super speedway race. Coming off a second place at Dover, which we kind of threw that away. I think we could have easily won that race, but second place is not bad at all. We're actually coming off a string of pretty decent finishes. 10th place at New Hampshire, the previous New Hampshire race, which I was very excited to get because I am terrible at New Hampshire generally. And then a 6th place at Richmond. We're not going to be able to block it. We just need to hopefully the draft to pull us down straight here. Yeah, we cleared him. We cleared him back. 6th place at Richmond, and then a 12th place at Darlington. That was kind of a messy 12th place, I believe. But the race before that was Bristol, which we won. So, average finish the last handful of races has been really, really good. I think even before that we finished top 2 at Michigan. I think we finished 2nd at Michigan. Another almost win that we could have had, probably a little disappointing 2nd place, but still a great points day. And they get the big run out of the corner on us. We're going to get stuck on the outside here. Oh, I think we were 3 wide there. I did not get the call. That's going to shove us back. That's unfortunate. I think we're 2 wide now. We can get down. That's the danger of being up top. I did not want to be on the outside, but we're okay. Make a little side contact with Wallace, because the spotter did not tell me we were 3 wide until we hit him. But 1 corner, we lose 10 spots. Almost. Let's try and stay on the outside 2 wide. I don't want to be 3 wide up outside. That's very dangerous up there and very slow. Gonna look for an opening as soon as we can and get down back to the inside. Got Dale Jr. just to our inside. He's always going to be the favorite at this place. Okay, we're going to go middle so we're not up top. Now we're in the thick of it. About to clear that outside lane though, which we do. I do not want to hear that. I do not want to hear up top 3 wide. No chance to get down yet, though. This is unfortunate. There's a big group lined up still on the inside behind us. And no openings. I'm going to go back to the middle, follow Johnson a little bit. Man, it gets tight here right before the entrance to 1. Michael Waltrip looking middle 3 wide on, I believe that was Mayfield or Bill Elliott. Bill Elliott's right next to us. That was Mayfield up there. We get a big run down the straight. Ooh. Johnson goes wide there, but we do not have the run to take advantage of that. We lose a lot of time on entry to the corner because the car is just so tight. I tried to dial some of that out of it, but did not happen. We'll see if we can fit our way through here. We got another lap car coming up as well, and now we're going to be in the middle of the pack, so that's going to be extra dangerous. Got to be ready for the big checkup. No room to sneak underneath Terry. This is getting kind of sketchy. I might want to just back out of this. See if we can find our way back to the bottom. Looks like Ricky Craven almost got into our left rear on corner entry that time. A lot of jostling around in front of us here. Oh, I think I want to back out before we reach that lap car. Probably going to reach him into turn 4 or turn 3 even. Coming up. Probably into turn 3. We got to be careful here. I'm going to stay way high. Get ready for a big checkup. I think we are up top 3 wide now. We are. This is probably just going to send us all the way back to last. They're about to catch the lap car. They have not checked up yet. I think they all just did, though. We're going to take our momentum around the outside, but it's not going to work out forever because they're still going to have the preferred lines. But this will buy us a little bit more time. There's another lap car way up there, I see. Far ahead. I want to be on the bottom lane, but there is no opportunity for that yet. Right now, anyway. I'm just trying to give as much room as I can. Make sure we don't make contact with anybody. Now we've got a couple people in front of us in our lane. We're about to have nobody behind us, though. But that should mean we'll have an opportunity to get down, I hope. Look how much slower we are up here. I think we're too wide again. For a moment. We're going to be very careful not to lose the draft. We're not going to have anybody behind us when this line finally clears us. We're not going to want to check up much because that's just going to lose more momentum. But now we have no choice.
You're in the middle, 3 wide.
Oh, big push there. That was almost bad. We almost pushed up into him.
Clear outside. Keep high.
Just trying to get the draft. Really want to make sure we don't lose the draft here to the main pack.
Keep high.
Because we are getting ready to have no help behind us.
Still there. Clear.
Try and get in behind Kenny Wallace so we can keep the draft as close as we can. Need to get the people behind us now. We got to get in line here and just
Outside.
hopefully have a good run.
Stay low.
About to catch another lap car up there. We're going to be on the bottom lane with a bunch of people in front of us, which could mean another big checkup.
Outside. Still there. You're on the bottom.
Hopefully make these couple passes so we get some people behind us to help in the draft
Clear outside.
and allow us to be safe. Get up here. Thought Mayfield would draft with us a little bit there, but he did not. Now Kenny Wallace has fallen off a little bit. See if we can help him catch back up. And we get into the back of him. Somehow save it, but now we've lost the draft. Gosh dang it. That jumped the rear end sideways.
Keep low.
We got into the back of him there. We're lucky we didn't just wreck. We got 9 laps of fuel left. Maybe we can pit with everybody and be okay. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take 4 tires and 2 cans, but they're going to be able to get into pit road so much quicker than us. Oh, that stinks. That may have just ruined our race. I was trying my best not to have to lift and lose more momentum and then take forever to get it back.
Outside.
But that just ended up getting our nose into the back of them and then jumped us sideways. We're lucky we didn't wreck completely. I need to get past Fittipaldi here and have him draft with us.
Clear.
But we're not going to be anywhere near as quick as the main pack with only 2 cars here. We're luckily not broken, though. That could have instantly overcorrected us up into the wall. Now we're just hoping for a big wreck up there and a caution to get us caught back up. But if this stays caution free, we are not in a good position now. Dang it. This is exactly what I didn't want to have happen. But at least our race isn't ruined damage-wise. We could get a lucky break and get caught back up, but not looking promising right now. They're about to catch a lap car, though, which is going to get everything jumbled up again. Do not pass me. Oh, we just got shuffled to the outside, and I could never get back down, and I was just trying to maintain. And then we finally get back down, and we got no help behind us because the entire field passed us once we got up top. I could not find a way to get back down, and I could not stop losing positions. This car, I don't think, is super great, speed-wise. Unfortunately. I've always had more trouble here at Talladega than anywhere else, or super speedway-wise, I mean, so Daytona. I've had much better luck at Daytona than here. It's unfortunate that the pit stop's not even going to get us to catch back up because they're going to be able to pit so much earlier than we will because we're going to be so far behind. And we're not going to have any help exiting the pits either. I could try and shorten up the pit stop, but we just have to take less fuel, and then we'd have to pit earlier than them anyway. Okay, we've done 32 laps. We're going to have to do another stop anyway. So half a tank is going to be about 16 laps. And that's gonna... Yeah, we're not in good shape here. We're not in good shape here. I was thinking maybe I could take less fuel this time, but then we'd have to do another stop. We may have to do 3 stops anyway. No. We wouldn't have to do 3. It's definitely a 2-stopper, but I don't think we can take less fuel now. Gosh dang, this stinks. This is unfortunate. Maybe there'll be a wreck when people start trying to pit. And we can figure out that way. There's people going down pit road now. Is that the whole field? We're just going to go another lap, I guess. That shouldn't be everybody. Yeah, there's a group that didn't pit there.
You're now in the top 20. Good job.
A yellow coming out now would be ideal for us. How many more laps can we do? We can go another one. But I don't think that's going to do us any good, is it? Stop trying to pass me. What is wrong with you? We're trying to draft. Now we can't pit this time. I think I was going to go another lap anyway. Unless he's pitting. It looks like he is. We're going to go another lap. We're going to try and take... We'll try. We'll just have to try this. I'm going to take left sides only in one can.
Changing just the left sides this time. Left sides only. You're in the top 10.
And we're just going to have to hope the cautions play out right, because we're going to have to pit before them, because they're going to all be on two cans of fuel. We got to pit this time, though. And I hope we come out in some draft and not a lap down. We'll do one can and left sides.
The leader's pitting now.
Maybe that being a shorter pit stop will allow us to catch back up. It probably won't the whole way, but now we got to try to get on pit road.
Limit 55.
Easily.
Keep it under 3,500 in seconds.
And don't speed. Or go through our box. Slow getting in, but safe.
Go, go, go! Keep it under 55. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds.
Okay, we might have some help here.
Watch that speed now. Keep it on 3,500.
Since we took about half-length pit stop. It's going to be close. It's going to be really close.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
I don't know if we're going to have any.
The leader's pitting now.
Even if we do, I don't think it's going to matter, because we're just going to have to pit before everybody else if this stays green. That was probably a bad decision to take only one can of fuel. Oh, we'll see how this works out. Alright, I need draft help. Don't run into me, though. Saw somebody peek out a draft. That was Nicholas Biggs there. Maybe he's looking to help us out. Now this whole thing's going to be shuffled. Alright, we got Bill Elliott here in front of us. We'll give him a bump. See if we can't move forward with him. Catch this group up ahead. Well, we came out in traffic.
Keep it up, keep digging.
We're going to need a caution, though, to get back on the correct fuel strategy. How many laps can we do? 28 laps? So actually, that's not that bad. I think we can make it on only one more, so we might be okay taking one can there. That is surprising. We're going to take rights only next time.
Changing just the right side this time. Right side.
And I want a can and a half. And that should hopefully get us to the end. Get a little draft help. We're not in the front group, but we're in a group, and what is Buckshot Jones doing? Just turning down in front of us. He's going to make us lose this group in front of us.
Keep low.
Don't know what that was.
Keep
We got Mr. Biggs and Mr. Keel right here in this group with us, so at least we've got some teammates. But we're back in draft. We're not in the front group, but we're in draft. We're not going to go a lap down, and our car's not damaged, so all things considered, it didn't work out terribly considering the mistake we made there. I mean, that could have been race ender with the way we were sideways.
Still there.
But we are still in this thing. If we get a caution, we'll be right back in it, I think.
Stay low.
This thing just has no momentum out of the corner, though. I'm not liking the way this car is driving.
Stay low.
I don't think it's as good as our other superspeedway cars.
Clear outside.
It's the same one we raced at the night Daytona race, which we did pretty well at. But the one we raced at Talladega obviously got destroyed in the wreck, so we had to scrap that one.
Clear.
We're going to have some more cars join our draft up ahead, it looks like.
Stay low. Clear.
We appear to be catching them. So that is good. 55 laps to go. Not quite halfway through this race, so we got time to make it up.
Still there.
I wonder if we're going to see a yellow, though. The leaders must be that group way up ahead, which is pretty crazy. These guys are much slower than us, but I think I'm going to go to the inside, and good grief, that was close. Jeff Green making a late move to turn down in front of us.
Keep low.
And there's Kenny Wallace. We saw him earlier. We got real acquainted with his back bumper.
Still there. Keep low.
3 wide ahead of us. That should allow us to catch up a lot quicker to that group.
Clear.
I wonder if we're going to have enough cars in this group to catch the leaders. We might. The problem is going to be that we're just going to have to pit a lot earlier than everybody and probably not have help out of the pits.
You're now in the top 20.
But luckily, I don't think we're going to have to do an extra pit stop compared to everyone.
Keep low.
So we're not going to be that far off on strategy. I was thinking we'd have to pit and then not be able to make it to the end, but it looks like we'll be able to make it anyway.
Stay low.
We're just going to have to probably pit a few laps early,
Still there.
which is not ideal, but it got us back in the run of things.
Low.
We just need a caution about halfway. And we haven't seen anything so far. We were almost the only caution. There's Dale Jr. and that just ahead of us. And oh my gosh,
Clear outside.
we had a huge run there, or they checked up or something, and we nearly run into the back of Craven, and that would have sent us sideways once again. Luckily, we avoided that.
Outside. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside.
I just want to keep the bottom. I do not want to get shuffled out again. That was nightmare.
Keep low.
That was a nightmare.
Keep low.
I do not think we are catching the leaders because we keep having to check up, but maybe now that we've got everyone collected together, we'll start to build up some momentum forward. Try and get underneath reins here.
Outside. Keep low. Stay low.
Ricky Craven looking to pass Junior. We're not that far from top 10 in this group. 13th, 12th, and 13th here.
Keep low. Stay low.
Michael Waltrip's a lap down. He's on pit road, actually. He must have had an issue.
Keep low.
We might try and lead this pack, I suppose.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside.
We're going to have to be pretty aggressive with the mirror driving, though. Otherwise, we'll get passed as he tries to immediately pass us. Problem is, I don't think we can... I was looking at the relative box and not my mirror, and that's immediately when we get past. I was going to say, I don't think we're quick enough to lead this pack and catch the people ahead of us. Oh, we got a caution. Holy cow. That is beautiful. We got a debris caution.
Okay, we're under caution. Stay behind the 23 car.
We're not racing back to the line? Why'd he say, okay, we're under caution?
Keep it up. Keep digging.
Interesting.
Let him by.
For some reason, we didn't race back to the line there, but that's okay. All right. Well, right about halfway, we get a yellow. That was unexpected, but much welcome. So we'll go ahead and top it off. Put 4 tires on it. I don't think we can make it to the end still, but we are right back in the draft and right back in this race. That is interesting. I think that was just a debris caution.
We'll fill you up.
I don't think there was anything,
All the way around this time, guys.
any actual contact or anything, but that is extremely lucky for us. All right. Kenseth up leading this thing, and Jeff Gordon right behind him. They've both been quick today. Jeff Gordon's led this lap a couple times, or led this race a couple times already. Okay, you know what? Not everybody's pitting, so we're just going to do right sides and fill it up with one can.
Right sides only.
It's probably going to cycle us to the back, but we're going to be...
Keep it under 3,500.
We're actually going to be ahead of them on fuel because they're staying out here. We're going to fill up the car.
The pace cars exiting the trial.
And we're too far forward.
Back up. We'll give you 1 can of fuel.
We were going to lose all our track position anyway.
Go, go, go! Limit 55.
But we had to do that.
Under 3,500 in seconds. Remember, don't pass the stop sign at the end of pit road. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 3,500.
Now, at the end, we could probably do no tires and gain some positions.
Pace cars.
That's going to be interesting.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 88 car.
Tony Stewart also pitting there and going way to the back.
Merge when you can.
We know he's quick at the superspeedway, so at least we're not the only one. Dale Jarrett here as well. Let's go ahead and save a little bit of fuel. If we can do no tires next stop,
No tires this time, guys.
we can have a really quick pit stop as long as we don't drive through the box like we did. That'll be interesting. Assuming we get another green flag pit stop. If we don't, then we can just take tires, probably. Have to see when that caution comes out. We can almost make it, but not quite. But this race is followed by Kansas for a race number 30, and I believe that is the only time we go to Kansas this season. Which is unfortunate because I actually really enjoy racing Kansas on this. It's the flatter version of Kansas, and it's a lot of fun. One of my better tracks, I would say. So hopefully we can have a good run there. Though we've been fairly decent on the mile and a half all season. And then after that, it's the second Charlotte race, the 500 miler instead of the 600. That'll be pretty tough. We're not the best at Charlotte. That's not my better. Out of all the cookie cutter, quote unquote, tracks, that's probably my worst one.
There are the cross flags. We're halfway home.
But it'll be a fun race anyway. And then we go back to Martinsville for the second time, and if you remember the first Martinsville race, it was an absolute caution fest, and we somehow got our first ever win there. After being in a whole bunch of incidents, we clawed our way through and stayed on the lead lap and found ourselves in first place when the Checkered came out. And that was pretty exciting. Then we go to Atlanta. Back to Atlanta, one of my favorite tracks. That'll be a lot of fun. And then Phoenix. You know it's late in the year when you go to Phoenix. Always one of my favorite racetracks, but I'm not great at it on this. We'll do our best, but it may be tough. And then another Rockingham race, which we know will be tough. Always tough at Rockingham. Followed by the freshly repaved and reconfigured Homestead Speedway. First time we're seeing that. Repaved right before the end of this season. And this will be the first race ever on the repave. Much higher banking now. So looking forward to racing there and seeing what that's like for our season finale. We'll have to periodically check on the points situation as we close in on the final race. I believe Kenseth has a commanding lead, and I'm not sure anybody's going to be able to catch him. Somebody's going down pit road up there. I wonder who that is. That is Tony Raines. Maybe have had a problem. Alright, we're only going to have one car behind us on this restart. We really need to get a good jump and get in the draft so we don't lose the draft. We're still not going green yet? Oh man, this is brutal with the pacing. Wasting a lot of time under yellow here. I can't believe we didn't even get the one to go yet. But it's been a fun season. I really need to get on it and stop taking so long to do these races so we can finish up the season that we started like 3 years ago. They just take a lot longer to record than I really have time for anymore. I haven't done many hour-plus long races hardly at all the past year or so. But hopefully going forward I can actually do these more consistently. I'd like to do it at least once a month. I think that's doable. I don't know why I've been so unable to do that for so long, but I need to just set a date each month and just do it. So hopefully we can finish up the season before the end of 2027. Okay, are we getting the one to go now? Are people still pitting? What's going on here? I don't really know. People keep going down pit road or jumping out of line. I mean, we've got to have the one to go now. I mean, they've done plenty of commercials, I think. I don't think we need to keep them waiting any longer. Okay.
We're going green next time by.
Thank
okay,
you.
We're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line.
Handful of cars go to the inside.
On the outside line.
Then are lap down. We are in 33rd, but we are on the correct strategy. We've caught back up to the field. We're going to be fine. After an early mistake, luckily we had plenty of time to make up for that. And luckily a pit call got us back in the draft before the yellow came out, so we didn't get stuck a lap down. If we go a lap down, our race is just over. There's just no way to get that lap back reliably. But now we have less than half the race to go, only 45 laps remaining from here. We're going to take the green with 44 to go. That caution took us right through halfway. Fuel-wise, we're about 9 laps short. If we have to pit under green, we're doing half can with no tires. That's going to be a really quick stop. We can really jump some positions, I think, that way. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes. We got to get a good jump here and stay with the draft, though. If we lose the draft, we'll most likely fall a lap down, and we will be out of the running. With the way the lap cars are going to mix in up there, who knows what's going to happen. I don't know if any of those guys are off pace or what, or if they just got caught out.
Pace car's in.
We really need to try and stay up here, though. See if we can move forward. That was a very long caution.
Green, green, green.
Okay. We can't pass to the inside before the line, but we're going to get to the line, no problem. Alright, we're going to go low here, see if we can get there.
Stay low. You're on the
Be
bottom.
really aggressive with
Car
Nemechek.
outside.
We want to get going forward
Clear outside.
as soon as possible.
Outside. Keep low.
Get in behind Rusty Wallace here. He's got no help in front of him, but that should change by the next corner.
Stay low.
Still no help in front of him.
Still there.
Alright, now we're good.
Clear outside.
Hopefully we'll get caught up here. We don't really have anybody behind us yet, but I don't think anybody behind us is off pace, so we should be fine with help. But I do not want to lose these guys here if we can help it. Let's try and arc our way into the corner and not scrub off too much speed. That gives us a big run. Because they're
Outside.
a little bit slower than us there. Had to check up a bit.
Stay low. Clear.
Here comes Stewart.
Outside. Keep low. Stay low. Stay low.
Alright, car, let's go.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
We might add some tape next stop as well.
Outside.
See if we can add a little bit more front
You're on the
downforce
bottom,
and some
3
speed.
wide. Outside. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside. Still there. Stay low.
We're just going to stick behind Rusty here and hopefully follow him to the front. And hopefully stay at the front this time if we can make it back.
Still there. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside.
We lost momentum there out of turn 2. We really need to get back going here.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still there. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside.
Flipped the apron, got it a bit loose, but didn't lose that much momentum.
Stay low. Still there.
Come on, car, let's go. I think we got Bill Elliott behind us. Need him to help us out a little bit. I'm going to take this run. I'm going to go underneath Elliott Sadler.
Stay low. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside.
We want
You're on
to
the
keep
bottom,
going
3
forward.
wide.
I do not want to stay
Lap down. Keep low.
in line. That's just killing our momentum, and we keep losing so much out of the corner.
Keep low.
Keep the momentum up. Keep it going forward. Hopefully we can get in front of Skinner here. Oh, super aggressive move there. Scared him up. He was going to cut down in front of us, and if he did that, we were going to be in a bad situation. I don't think he's quite up to speed. If he'd got down in front of us there, we might have got stuck behind him, and we might have lost this front group. It would have been difficult. They are 4 wide in front of us here. This is very dangerous. I think that got settled fairly quickly, though. 3 wide's no problem. 4 wide, a little sketchy. You don't want to see that. Get down here and block Bill Elliott. Want to make sure we don't get anybody going to our inside.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside.
We're doing good moving forward, but we got to remember there's still a pit stop left. This isn't going to be for the end, so there's still a chance for things to get jumbled up. I hope there's not another yellow, though. That took freaking forever. Oh, they checked up big in front of us. Nowhere for me to go there. I could not go to his inside with the apron there. But we're fine, we're fine. Back to the top 15. We were in 12th when we crossed the line last time. Looking fine, looking good. So glad we were able to recover from that mistake. Getting into the back of Kenny Wallace. Big run out of the corner that time for us. Unusual. We're going to go to the left in the tri-oval here, and this is going to send us right back to the bumper of Rusty Wallace, and we're going to keep going. We just got a huge run through the front stretch. We are top 5 now. All of a sudden the car has come alive. Where was this speed the rest of the time? We're going to get down here and block Bill Elliott. Lose a little draft. But I do not want to get stuck on the outside. Third place. Are we going to have the speed to get to the front, or are we just going to be stuck in line here? I don't know. We're going to do what we can. I'm not going to give up that bottom. Big run through the tri-oval once again. We seem to be very good through the tri-oval. And there's Jeff Gordon. Been leading this thing the whole time, basically. We're not going to be able to stay behind him because Bill Elliott's going to turn straight left out of the corner and try and get underneath us. We got to just come down here and stay in front of him. See if we can set up a corner entry. Jeff Gordon's got a strong car, even without too much draft help. He was able to hold us down the straightaway. But here we go down the tri-oval once again, and we get a lot of speed. Get underneath him on the exit of the tri-oval. It's going to put us right to the lead. No matter how strong your car is, no help on the outside through the corner is not going to do you any good. All right, now we got a mirror drive. Now we've got a mirror drive. And hope our car is still strong through the tri-oval. I don't know how we're getting such good runs through there, but it is working out great. Bill Elliott's going to try and set up something. Actually, I think Kenseth just got to his inside, and he's getting past.
You're in first.
We led a lap. Get ready for Kenseth to make the move to the inside. We're going to stay down here and block that yellow line. Oh, man. McMurray with a huge run along the outside.
Still there.
Down the straightaway. We should be good enough to clear him through the corner. No, we are not.
Still there.
Yeah, once again, our car up front is just not the greatest. Just something with our team's front end geometry, I think, is just not able to cut through the air quite like the rest of the field. We're not a super high budget team, but we've definitely had some success this season. Just up front on a plate track is not our strong suit. Oh, here comes Bill Elliott. Not Bill Elliott, Jeff Burton. Go down there and block that run. Go up here and block McMurray's run a little bit. We got back past him. Doing some pretty aggressive moves here, and we're not even going to the end with this run. But I want to keep track position.
You're back in the lead.
I want to keep track position as long as we can. If we get another caution, great. I think if we get another caution, we still won't take tires if we're in the lead, because then that'll ensure we come out in the lead and hopefully are able to keep it. But if we fall back a few spots, we probably just take tires and be all right. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we can just do that quick stop and be up front again. I think if no caution, we're definitely not taking tires. We're just doing a splash of fuel and going. Getting on and off pit road is going to be the key. Right now we're feeling okay. We haven't really gotten challenged again for the lead yet since McMurray. If the outside just gets a good enough run, they'll be able to make a run at it, but if we stay on the bottom and don't let them get past us, I think we'll be alright. I see Mark Martin up there now. He's working on getting that line formed back up. Because McMurray got ahead of me at the line, but he did not clear me, which is the key. And once we got back past him, that line has not been able to do much. But I'm sure it will get formed back up again and be able to take another run at us. We just need to try and stay on their inside. Up front leading, though, this is perfect. What an amazing recovery we've had up to this point. Just need to keep maintaining, keep an eye on that fuel. It's going to be hard for us to pit from the lead and know that we've got help behind us. We don't want to pit by ourselves and come out by ourselves still. That's not going to be good if we don't have any help. We're going to have about 9 laps to go when we have to pit. Probably pit about 10 or 11 to go, though. Nick Keel back up front. He's looking to pass Jeff Burton for second. He's getting a big run around the inside there. Go up there and help the draft of Burton because he's going to be slower down the straightaway, and that allows us to maintain the lead longer. Kind of stalls out the bottom line. Dale Jr. pitting. I wonder if that's their fuel. A bunch of people there pitting because I don't think any of them stopped and topped it off like we did. But now they can make it to the end. That's a really early pit stop. I don't know if that's going to work out for them, though. There's quite a few people pitting. Surprising. But now they can make it to the end. And they're trying to undercut the field. So maybe this will work out for them. Maybe this is the strategy they need. Ken Schrader, Kurt Busch doing the same thing. We get a big run on Schrader here. We're just going to go around him. Putting them a lap down isn't going to really do anything because we're going to have to pit and they'll get back around us. But if a yellow comes out before we pit, then they are going to be stuck and in a world of hurt. And this is going to be dangerous. We're going to catch Kurt Busch right as he turns down for the corner, so we're just going to probably have to swing around his outside if we even are able to. Actually, I'm just going to check up because if we went to his outside, we probably would have gotten stuck, so we'll just wait a second and now go. Because he had enough speed there that we weren't going to just fly around him. Nick Keel tried to use our little checkup to build his momentum to get around us, but we weren't quite leaving that door open for him. Try and time this so we can get to him right out of the corner.
Keep low. Stay low. Clear outside.
Oh, Nick Keel got stuck behind him. That puts burden back to our bumper. More people pitting there. A good number of them. Shoot. Are we going to have to pit next time?
That car's a lap down.
We might have to pit next time if the rest of the field pits. If we're the only one that hasn't pit, we're going to be in bad shape. We still got Labonte right behind us and Sadler.
Outside.
We might just need to pit.
Keep low.
I didn't expect people to pit this early.
Still there.
Oh, Terry Labonte trying to look to our outside there.
Clear inside.
Is he pitting? Is he pitting? I don't know. Should we pit? He did not pit yet. Okay, we can keep going. This is going to be tough getting on pit road. It's going to be really tough. I don't know if we got the correct strategy here to stay out longer. It's gonna be tough. We are most definitely going to be slower getting on and off pit road than they are for a green flag stop. So really, I don't know how this is going to shake out. It's going to be very interesting. And now, I'm not sure. Labonte just pit, I think. Crap. If we pit, we're not going to have any help, I don't think. I think the rest of the field is already pit.
That car's a lap down.
There's a couple people that haven't. Shoot. Now we're going to be in traffic here. We can go another 15 laps, though, but by the time we do pit, we're going to be the only one.
Clear inside.
I guess let's pit now and see where we come out. Hopefully we'll have help. We're doing no tires and a half can. As I nearly spin it out.
Limit 55. Keep it
Don't
under
speed, don't speed, don't speed, don't speed. That was close.
Watch that speed now. Keep it on 3,500 in seconds.
Alright, put fuel in it.
Go, go, go! Limit
We're good.
55. Keep it under
We have nobody
3,500
pitting with
in
us,
seconds.
but hopefully we come out in traffic and don't speed. have no idea how this is going to shake out.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Alright, no speeding penalty. That's good. Okay.
Okay, merge when you can.
We've come out in front of everybody with no help, but I think if we hold the bottom, the field will just check up behind us pretty much. I don't know where we're going to end up. Probably not back in the lead, but we can make it to the end now. I'm so surprised people pit that early. I didn't think they could... I thought they could make it further than that. Now we've got our last handful of people that haven't pit yet pitting. I wish we would have been able to be with them, but not the case. I think we had a much faster stop than everybody. Oh, only Mayfield pit there. For some reason. Who's in the lead? Somebody hasn't pit yet. Right? Rusty Wallace is in the lead. Tony Stewart. Fittipaldi is in second place. Dale Jarrett, Joe Nemechek, I believe, are the only ones that haven't pit yet. We are in 6th place on the complete opposite side of the track of everybody. Jeff Gordon and Terry Labonte, who are both up front, are behind us in 8th and 9th, so I think we're going to be alright. We're just going to be way slower once everybody catches us. Whether they can get around us without slowing down a whole bunch will be the key. We should have just kept going, I think. I don't think we're a lap down. No. So that's fine. If we get a caution, we'll be alright. Are we in danger of going lap down? Maybe. I think those guys are all in the same pack. If they end up catching us, then we could. This is turning out very strange. the way this race is going. I'm going to make my car as wide as possible when this group catches us, and maybe we'll cycle back to the lead. If a caution does come out, we're just going to stay out. There's going to be no reason for us to pit. Tires are not important.
20 laps to go.
20 to go. Not much to do right now except watch that F2 standing screen. And wait for the field to catch up. I assume everyone took tires. And most people that pit that early needed more fuel in it than we needed. I think. I'm just glad we got on and off pit road safely. We almost spun out, turning down out of 4 to get to the apron. That was very close. I did that in practice once, trying to do a green flag stop. I turned it sharp left out of 4 and just spun out. That could have been very bad. Luckily, we were clean. That was probably our best stop of the day. Getting on and off. Oh, I forgot to add tape. I was going to add some grill tape. That would have helped us. That would have helped us a little bit. It's not like we're close to overheating. Especially running by ourselves here, that would have really given us a bit of an extra boost. I'm going to stay low when the field catches us, and if they go to our outside, we should be able to get the side draft and get to blend in with them. Or they will just check up right behind us and not go to our outside. See what the field feels like doing. They are too wide there. I'm not going to give up the bottom, though. We've got to stay on the bottom. We are no good up top. Here they come. Michael Waltrip, he's a lap down. All right, go to the bottom.
That car is a lap down.
Oh, I think most of them checked up.
Clear outside.
I think the field pretty much checked up. That could be our savior right there. Nick Keel right back behind us. Michael Waltrip was the only one, and we get a caution.
Back to the line. Pit road is closed.
Why is there a caution? That might have screwed over a lot of people.
We're under caution. Stay behind the 15 car.
But we should cycle to the lead, I think. Maybe? Do we have to pass the pace car? I believe we do. There was a wreck. Somewhere. I didn't see anything. But that makes this a little bit interesting. That's going to make this end of the race interesting as well. So the middle of that pack that was behind us is the leader, so he's going to catch up to the pace car. We're going to cycle back around. They're all going to have to pit, though, I think. And then we can cycle back to the lead and restart this race. That is very interesting. This is going to be a neat finish. But now we have to spend an hour under caution. I want to get caught up as soon as possible, though, so they don't have time to get off pit road by the time we get there. We should be fine, but keep it going. This is crazy how this has worked out. I don't know why Michael's slowing down. We got to keep it going here.
Stay behind the 15 car.
I'm not checking up until we get up here. I'll let them back by once we get past, but
Stay behind the 15 car.
I don't think pit road is open yet.
Now open.
Or maybe it was.
Let him by.
Did people pit? I think some people pit. I guess these guys are all lapped down.
Stay behind the 15
No,
car.
Nemechek's in front of us. He's in 5th. How did he get to 5th without pitting?
Stay behind the 15 car.
I don't know what's going on. No, nobody in front of us pit there. Were they the earliest to pit? Or are they just able to make it? I don't know. I'm confused on that. But it looks like we're not going to be back to the lead. At least yet. We'll have to drive our way there. Unless they're all going to pit this time. But pit road was open last time. I don't know why they wouldn't have pit then. Strange. Very strange. I wasn't expecting us to get another yellow, though, honestly. I can't believe we had a debris caution. Those are quite rare for this. But they do happen. And it came at a perfect time for us. Alright, is anybody going to pit? Does not look like it. I don't know how they were able to be in front of us there. I don't know how they were able to jump us unless they just never had to pit and could just make it to the end. I don't see how that's possible, though. Like, if they couldn't make it, there's no way they wouldn't be pitting here, right? Only thing I can think of is they pit. They were in the first group that pit, and they pit super early, and they had perfect pit stops and draft help and just leapfrogged us somehow. I guess we'll find out. I don't remember what lap the big one at Talladega in the first Talladega race happened, but it was late. We were up front. It's coming down to the end of this one. We're going to be close to the front. Can we survive? I don't know. How many people are on the lead lap? I assume most of the field. 27. Oh, Dale Jr. got stuck a lap down. That is unfortunate. How did that happen? Where is he in line? He's at the front. He's going to be the first car a lap down. How did he get stuck a lap down? That stinks. That takes a favorite contender out of this. Rusty Wallace is still in the lead. Fittipaldi is still in third. But about half the field is still on the lead lap. I guess whatever wreck happened involved Ward Burton. He's out of the race now. A couple more people retired, but I don't know if it was involved in that wreck or if it just had mechanical issues. They could have been all from that one wreck. There's going to be a long line of lap down people to our inside here, which probably means we're going to be stuck on the outside.
We're going green next time by. Okay, we're on.
At least we didn't have to do 20 laps under yellow there.
Stay behind the 25 car on the outside line.
Yeah, we got lap down people on the inside. Oh, it's Dale or Jimmy Johnson's a lap down too. There's a couple of the fastest people taken out of the running. We just need to get back to the bottom. I think even if it's a lap down guy, I think they're not going to be any slower, especially in the draft. We need to get to the bottom as quickly as possible. This is putting us at a disadvantage starting on the outside. I don't know if we're going to have an opportunity to get down, but if we can, I think that gives us a chance. But if we get stuck up here, I don't know how we stop from cycling backwards. We got to find an opening somehow. I don't know how we will, but we got to. Because if we get cycled back to the back again, being up on the outside, we're not going to have enough time to get back up here. Maybe that caution is not what we wanted to see. I don't know. We could still have the big one. We're not out of the woods yet for that. And it doesn't matter where on the track we are. We were at the front. Last Talladega it happened.
Pace car's in.
This is going to be a pivotal restart. We need to try and maintain and get to the bottom. We need to get to the bottom. How are we going to do it?
Green, green, green. Inside. That car's a lap down.
Can we sneak to the middle?
Still there.
Oh, we can actually get in the bottom.
Outside.
Right behind Ricky Rudd. That's perfect. Perfect.
Still there.
Absolutely perfect. We could not have asked for a better situation there. For some reason, everyone behind us could not get going. We are clear. Dale Jr., I assume, is going to still be one of the fastest cars, but he's just not on the lead lap anymore. Same with Johnson. What happened with the people behind us? People are pitting, apparently. Everyone taking evasive maneuvers here. Who is pitting? Tony Stewart. He's for position. I don't know why he didn't just pit at the caution. He pits when we take the green. That doesn't make any sense.
That car's a lap down. Stay low. You're back in second.
And we're up to second. Rusty Wallace still up front.
Stay low.
He's right behind Dale. But can he make it on fuel? I gotta assume Tony Stewart could make it, and he just had an issue right there.
Still there.
We are getting such a good run. We're going to take the lead back here from Rusty Wallace. I think the field behind us just never went. I don't know what their problem is. Now we got Fittipaldi behind us for position. Junior in front of us here. He's in 28th. No, I think Fittipaldi just pit. I think he had to pit. He couldn't make it. Why didn't they pit under yellow? Makes no sense. They just threw the race away for no reason.
We got just 10 more to go.
10 laps to go now. We've got nobody around us, really. Bill Elliott behind us. And Dale Jr. in front of us here, not for position. I'm going to stay in front of him, though, and try and get the draft. But he's going to just maneuver around me, looks like.
Still there.
What a confusing end to this race.
Keep low.
If we get a yellow, it could get even more confusing.
Keep low.
That makes no sense why they all stayed out under the yellow and then pit,
Keep low.
like, as soon as the green fell. I could not tell you their thinking on that one. Everybody that stayed out had to pit, and they pit as soon as the green dropped, when they had a perfect opportunity to pit under yellow. I mean, they would have went to the back because no one else had to pit, but I mean, now they just go a lap down, maybe 2 laps down for nothing.
Outside.
Where is the closest car for position? 4 seconds back. I don't know what happened to the back of the field, but they just completely stalled out once we took the green. They're 3.5 seconds back. We got a little 4-car pack here, 4 or 5 car pack, and the rest of the field just never went.
Outside.
And I don't know why.
Still there.
And there we go with a big run through the tri-oval once again. Our car, if we have a strong point, it's through the tri-oval. We just got to maintain, do what we're doing, don't wreck ourselves, and hopefully not have a yellow come out. That is crazy.
Outside.
I don't care to lose positions to these guys, as long as we don't lose their draft, because we are not racing any of them for position. That pack behind us might catch us a little bit, but I don't think they've got time to get up here. We've only got 8 to go, getting ready to have 7 to go.
Still there. Stay low. Still there. Still there.
The more we race side by side, though, the slower we'll be, so they might get up here. They've gained about half a second since I last looked, which was about half a lap ago, so they might have a chance to get caught back up and maybe get mixed into this. We're going to do what we can here to not lose any time. Even a yellow at this point might not save them. It might just end the race. I think the yellow would have to come out right now for there to be a chance for a restart. We will just have to see. Once we get within 5 to go, though, I think it's going to be over no matter what flag comes out. Besides the white, of course. Let's try and stay ahead of them as much as we can. I know they're fighting for position, but I am fighting for the win to just try and keep the momentum up. If I get stuck on the outside, I'm going to be a lot slower. Even though we're still going to be in this little pack, it shouldn't matter too much, but I'd rather be at the front. Bill Elliott hadn't gone a lap down or gotten stuck, he'd be in contention to win this thing. He's got a fast car. 5 laps to go. What a recovery this could be from our early incident. I cannot believe I was able to save that from spinning out into the wall and just completely ruining our race. I thought I'd completely ruined it anyway because we lost the draft, but we got extremely lucky with a debris caution that got us caught back up. Though I think I played the fuel strategy pretty well too. I think if that stayed green, we were going to be able to stay in draft. We could make it on one more stop after that. Still, I thought we'd have to do 2 when everyone else could make it on 1, but we were going to be able to hang with them with that. So it would have been interesting to see how that would have shaken out without the yellow, but I don't think we would have been at the lead at any point had that stayed green. Once we got all packed back up, that gave us the opportunity to move back to the front, and we took advantage. Take a quick look behind us here. Oh, they have caught back up. They are within a second behind us now. We just got to stay on the bottom. We cannot afford to get caught up on the outside because they could get around us. They've made this thing interesting. But are they going to be able to move forward enough to get up here? If we're hogging the bottom, I don't know how they're going to be able to do it. They've only got a couple laps left to try. This could get really interesting here at the end. I'm going to keep as much draft as I can take from these guys. And pretty much drive out of the mirror the whole time. They caught back up in a hurry. I'm surprised. Nick Keel, half a second behind us. What a run he is having here at Talladega.
Just 2 to go.
I think he's got the best average finish of all the viewer drivers in this season, which is pretty outstanding of him. He had a great qualifying, and he's come back from the back after falling back at the start. He was on our tail for a while. 3 wide behind us. People are trying to get that outside lane to work. There's so many lap down people that they can't really get the bottom to move forward. They're going to have to dive to the inside and try and take spots that way. Coming to the white flag here at Talladega.
Lap. You the man. Come on, bring it home.
Just keep it smooth. Do not get stuck on the outside. We could definitely lose enough spots to lose the lead in one corner if we get stuck on the outside. I see Nick Keel in the mirror. He's a few cars back. He's right behind Dale Jarrett now. Second car on the bottom behind us. He's coming fast. I just got to stick to the bottom. Do not let them get to my inside. Jarrett's going to block them for us for a little bit. Coming back through the tri-oval where our car's been strongest all day. And we're going to hang on for the win at Talladega. Oh my goodness.
You won! You know what? You drove a great race out there.
I feel like we did drive a pretty good race. I feel like our recovery from that contact with Kenny Wallace was pretty good, and drove our way to the front. We were mirror driving like crazy for a lot of that, and it just timed out perfectly with the cautions. And a bunch of people got trapped a lap down that could have been contenders, and I think would have been, but I had doubts mid-race about this car's ability to lead a pack, but it seemed good once we got out front at the end. Actually, about past halfway, it was looking pretty good, and we just started launching ourselves through the tri-oval and getting a bunch of spots that way. A lot of momentum. Oh, that feels good. That is awesome. Another win on the season. I think it's our 7th win. We win the final superspeedway race. That is really cool.
Come on in.
Don't hit the wall.
The race is over. Come on in.
Oh, yeah. That is unreal that we came back from that. I thought we were wrecked when we got into the back of Wallace. That is excellent. That is excellent. Woo! I believe we won at Daytona and Talladega now. I didn't think we had a chance at Talladega, but we ran a clean race for the most part. Came out on top. That is unbelievable. 25 people end up on the lead lap. Fittipaldi and Stewart and Wallace all pitted there right after the green. Just cost them the race for no reason. I mean, it's only about half the field on the lead lap at that point. They could have pitted and been in contention with the draft. I mean, they only had about 15 laps to go to make it up, but it would have been a better chance than what they did. Nick Keel finishes 2nd place after a 10th place start. What an outstanding race for him. Nicholas Biggs comes back from 17th or 18th starting spot. Winds up finishing 6th. Great job to him. And Mr. Gower, in his first start with us, he finishes on the lead lap, top 20. Not a bad showing there at all either. Great job to all of them. And pretty clean race overall. Just one wreck. And we come away with the win. I think it's our 7th win of the season. That is awesome. Awesome to get that race done and come out on top. Looking forward to Kansas next time, and then Charlotte, and then winding down the rest of this season. Got some fun races coming up. It's going to be an exciting one. So thanks for watching.